Discipline is often described as willpower, the ability to force yourself to act despite resistance. But that definition is incomplete. What we call discipline is usually something quieter, emotional stability. It's the ability to make rational decisions when emotion pushes in the opposite direction. When people fail to stay disciplined, they often label themselves as lazy or unmotivated. That's not accurate. They're emotionally overwhelmed. Each time you avoid a difficult task, you're not resisting the task itself. You're resisting the emotion attached to it: boredom, frustration, uncertainty, or fear of failure. Emotion wins, clarity loses, and the cycle repeats. Discipline is not a battle between strength and weakness. It's a negotiation between feeling and reason. Most of modern life trains us to escape discomfort instantly. We can mute boredom with a screen, soothe stress with a purchase, or silence self-reflection with noise. That constant escape weakens emotional tolerance. When we lose tolerance for discomfort, discipline becomes nearly impossible, because every meaningful action, from exercise to saving money, involves discomfort. The modern world rewards emotional reaction and punishes patience. Emotions are not the enemy. They're biological data, signals designed to protect or motivate us. But they were built for survival, not meaning. Your emotions don't care if you become wiser or financially stable. They only care that you avoid pain and uncertainty right now. So if you treat emotion as a command instead of information, you'll obey instincts that were never designed for a modern life. The work of discipline is not suppressing emotion, but decoding it. Discipline begins at the exact moment between stimulus and response. A small window opens, barely a second long, and that's where your entire future sits. If you can observe a feeling before obeying it, you create a space where choice can exist. That's emotional control in its purest form, a fraction of awareness between what you feel and what you decide to do. Most people don't lose discipline because they lack goals. They lose it because they have no pause, only reaction. You can't become emotionally stable through intensity. You build it through exposure, small, deliberate doses of discomfort repeated consistently. Wake up when you said you would. Finish the work even when it's dull. Sit with boredom instead of numbing it. Each act rewires your nervous system to interpret discomfort as normal, not dangerous. Eventually, the emotional noise that used to derail you becomes background static. You still feel it, but it no longer defines your actions. That's what maturity is, not the absence of emotion, but the mastery of response. People chase motivation because it feels powerful, but motivation depends on emotion, the very thing that changes hour to hour. Discipline, in contrast, is quietly consistent. It's not exciting, and it doesn't always feel good, but it's the only reliable foundation for progress. Emotional control doesn't make you cold. It makes you steady. It gives you the capacity to keep promises to yourself long after the feeling that started them has faded. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself through pain. It's about not letting temporary emotion rewrite long-term logic. When you can act according to principle, even when your feelings disagree, that's control. Not control over the world, but over the one thing that matters: yourself. That kind of control doesn't shout. It doesn't post quotes or demand applause. It's silent, predictable, and deeply rare. In a world built on reaction, emotional control is rebellion. And discipline is simply the habit of choosing clarity over chaos, again and again, until it becomes who you are.